So in my previous parts, I went from this to this. And let's continue the construction. Hop in the loader, and let's move this thing out of here to get a bunch more wood. We then need to uncover it from the rain protecting tarp, and then move a bunch of the smaller timbers out of the way so we can load these big ones up. Let's get 8 of them. Let's do the rather scary part of bringing them to the shed. Let's try not knock anything over. And it was a pretty close call on the shed on the right there. Oops, that roof so close. But let's just raise it up a bit more. But we get there, no trouble. Now let's remove this breather membrane that we had covering the board beneath it and pull off these boards so that we can free the forks of the loader. Not exactly the easiest with just one hand there, but we get them all loaded off just there along with chucking down the membrane. Now my tummy's yelling at me, so it's time to get some breakfast. I've been up for about 3 hours, living off the energy we got from the day before. Colleen just wants to play. Go fetch the apple. So we go and we grab some lovely yogurt, and with a bowl and some cornflakes, we can have some nice breakfast. With that devoured, we can get back to work. Now let's just pull the tarp all the way off, as we're going to need to move a bulk of this wood. In fact, all of it. Because what we need right now is these boards underneath here for our floor. And there underneath all this plasterboard. Unfortunately, teleporter forks don't fit under all of that. So we're going to have to grab a bunch by hand and move it. But first we got to move this pram. Ooh, it's got some lovely blackberries in it. But let's move it out of the way and just up here. Let's get back to it. So we move a bunch of the wood by hand all over here, stacking it up. And now since the neighbor is gone with her dog, we can let Colleen free again, as Colleen would be inclined to just follow her home if she wasn't tied up. And we can say hello to some of the ducks and the goats. The goats are pretty curious and tame there, but unfortunately the male one stinks too much for my liking. So we bring the teleporter over, trying not to crash into anything, but we get it into position and are ready to pick up the stack of wood there. Up she goes, grab these wood supports and put them in position. Now we can move the wood on top of it. With that, we can finally access the plasterboards, which we can put right here on this pallet. Now it's not going to be easy, as the gap is pretty small between, you can see, these bluer plasterboards and there. That's where the forks are going to have to go. So we do the rest of the ripping of the plastic, bring the forks closer. They're very unlevel, but a stump under the wheel, drive it back. Much more level, bring it closer, ease it under, nice and slowly. Good job. And then slowly lift up the boards, nice and gently so we don't break them all. And oh dear, it looks like we made a little bit of a scuff mark. Damn it, but that's nothing that a bit of paint can't fix. We lower them down over here, and we gotta move these blue boards right on top of here. So we go ahead and we move them all, not too heavy, and then we gotta move them right over here, lower them down onto the pallet. And we can finally access those boards. Load them up, and there we have them. We can now drag the boards over and onto the joists to finally make somewhat of a floor. We move all of the 9x2s over here to try and get this board under here. A little bit tricky, we can just about get it there, and we do indeed, nice and snug with the next one next to it. And there we have much more like a floor. So now we can finally grab some tools, our hammer, our saw, and our T-square, along with, of course, a whole bunch more of these nails. We can go shove them in our pocket. We meet the dogs messing outside, with Colleen on her perch, chewing on her little piece of cardboard there. And now I'm puzzled. I have no clue where my red measuring tape went. Yeah, always put your tools back where you know you will find them. Otherwise you won't. But there we go. I put it just here. Alright, silly me. At this point, I'm pretty parched. Oh, and meet the ducks. Wow, there's a whole load of them. Now, very fortunately, we have a well here, which is very neat. Meet the fountain. We release the water, And that is all natural pressure. There is no pump involved whatsoever. And look how high it spouts that up. Pretty crazy. On top of that, my annoying stomach is grumbling at me again. I'm not up for making a whole big dinner, so let's just grab some snacks of some tomatoes and some lovely sweet peppers. Ooh, that's a fair red one right there. Let's take that one. We'll munch away and get in some shade out of the scorching sun. And there's some even more ducks here. We meet Colleen. She seems somewhat interested in this tomato bit. I don't think she'll eat it though. Well, let's actually get down to doing a bit of construction. Here we measure our length, get our pencil. 57 centimeters will be doing good there. Put that down. We need our T-square and we get our nice straight line. There we go. We can brace it with our two knees there and we can finally get to sawing. We nearly got that sawed off. Still holding the camera. Okay then, well, we'll just saw it off and, well, oops. Okay, well, at least it didn't go too far. We can reach down, stretch, and, yeah, just about get it. Oh, we need a few more of those. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. We can go and put our tools that we don't need to the side just here. Now we gotta join the noggins with this guy. We position him straight up. We measure the distance between them. It needs to be 57, like the length of the noggins. That's pretty accurate right there. Good stuff. We're going to put one there and another one about here. But we need to get this underneath there. One of the hardest parts just here. Trying to hold this up while pushing the joist underneath it. But we manage, and with that we have it nicely in place, and we can grab one of our noggins. And similar to last video, we need to get it right in here. And I'm thinking, yeah, didn't we need that T-square from last one? Yeah, I've no idea where it's gone. So I took a few pictures from what it looks like underneath here, the floor, and we have a search around. I have no clue where it's gone. I swear I left it up here, at least somewhere. Maybe it fell down. But we're just about giving up there on the roof. Maybe somebody took it away, not hidden under there. And then, wow, it's just sitting here. Okay then, well, at least we got it, right? So we need that thing because we've got to make sure it's square on. It can't be too much that way, can't be too much that way. If it's right in the middle, then it's perpendicular and you get the most strength. And the way to see that is, well, you stick this thing just here, and as long as there's no gaps either side, you're all good. So we grab our nail and hammer, pre-tap the nail in just about so that it nearly pokes out the other side. Grab the noggin, slot it in between where it's just right, hold the thing closed, and then whack the nail home. And then whack another nail in the bottom side. There we have it secured from the right side. We just need to do it again from the left side, but the board's in the way. So, well, we grab our tools. Let's get them off here, not lose my little pencil. Grab up the board. We can heave that and push it to the side. Make another check from this side if it's squared up. It needs to be over this way a little bit. And then drive those nails home. Yep, using my left hand, no bother. And the nail on the bottom as well. So we just gotta repeat that a lot more times. There's the next joist and the next one with the noggins as well. And well, now we got to do something with the roof. We haven't finished the floor, but we need to cut the metal all along where I'm pointing. But for that, we're gonna need a ladder, and specifically a roof ladder to hook up on top of there so that we can safely be along the roof. We have the metal cutter just here, the angle grinder with a bunch of spare blades just in case. Safety goggles, of course. And, well, we've got to get that roof ladder, and my sister has it. So we're going to have to do quite a bit of a walk. Can mess with Colleen as we go. And you can meet one of our massive black Percheron horses. We make our way into the woods across this little stream, which has definitely dried up at this point. You can see it just down there. And we make our way to the waterfall, which is not much of a waterfall at this point with such little water. You can see our dam here. This is for our hydropower system. We can go over it in another video if you so wish, as it was pretty fun to set up. A lot of effort went into perfecting the design, and there's still a lot of optimizing to need to be done. And this pool behind it's looking pretty tempting right now. Talleen's doing good. She had a little bit of a swim, and so did I. Pool got pretty dirty. You can see some of the lambs just there. And we make it over to the house. You can see they're working on it just there. Pretty impressive with all that stone cladding. And here is the ladder we're looking for. It's got that hook on the end, so it will hook on top of the roof. We managed to bring it all the way back, and you can see it goes just like so. Hooks on the top, and then you can climb up it safely. Now, a change of plan. We're not actually going to cut the roof. I've decided against it, and rather than using this system, which would require having to cut the roof, we're going to go up to the top. May as well just have the roof a little bit bigger, right? All the way across like so, from the top to crossing that point. So that's been part 3. Hopefully it's been at least somewhat entertaining. And today we went from this to this. Not bad progress in a day's work in my opinion. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.